Hi everybody, Fernando here. Today we're going to talk about Amazon rankings. Stick around. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Today I'm going to talk to you about Amazon rankings and why it's so important and when to raise your price, when to get to your target price. So imagine something. Imagine that you just launched the product and you want to sell. Of course, you want to spin that product with all the maximum profits possible. And the way to go about that is to go through the rankings, brute forcing your way into the ranking. You're gonna spend up a lot of money with ads, and it can cause some headaches for you. But if you start working with the rankings, maybe you can get there faster, and then you can stick with the price that you want. So let's say you started with the product and you added your product to the Vine program so you can get the initial reviews. Maybe it didn't work, maybe nobody was interested in your product, so you had to go through rebate programs like RebateKey.com. You started with the early review program, and if your product has a special differentiation and starting with a good price, then you can start with a jump. We can have a nicer jump start. So let's say you got your initial 20 reviews, and then you're launching and you're trying to sell as much units for the highest price. The way to go about that is to keep an eye on your rankings and try to start with like 1 to 3 keywords, and then try to make it an irresistible offer so you can get sales. And once you start gaining sales velocity, which is the same thing as ranking, you're gonna start to see your ranking go up. But you have to stick around with the ads and the lower price till you're able to get a competitive position on ranking. And you're gonna see that once you get sales velocity, thus ranking, you're gonna start to see an amazing increase of sales, and Amazon is gonna start to show your product up everywhere. So that's when you are going to start raising your price. So let's say you start with the products, and then you kind of notice that ranking on that subcategory, you're like 200s, and then you're 100s, and then you're 50, and then you were 30. Now you can start raising your $1 and making sure your ranking is not going down. So if your ranking goes down, you have to roll back the early price and start with the promotion again. But the moment that you start getting on the position 20 of your subcategory, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna see like you're selling way too much. Then you're gonna have to start controlling the price, but keeping an eye on the ranking as well. And then when you finally get to, let's say, ranking position number 3, 5, 7, then what you're gonna notice is that you're gonna start increasing your price, and the sales will not slow down. You're gonna keep selling at sometimes even more. But because you gain traction through the ranking, now Amazon is confident enough that you're performing well. It's showing you new up everywhere, and then you're able to increase your price. So that's the way to go about ranking and increasing your price. There's a lot of people that just go into Amazon and say, oh, it didn't work. Well, it didn't work because you didn't know about rankings, you didn't have a differentiation, you didn't have nice pictures, you didn't have the right strategy on advertisements. I talked about starting with 1 to 3 keywords. You can also start with an automatic campaign just to see what keywords are are showing up with a lot of sales, so you can bring that keywords to manual campaigns and erase the keywords that are not performing well later if you have a lot of reviews, because when you're launching, a lot of people are not going to buy from you because you don't have the reviews. But if you have a good differentiator, then it's going to be faster for you. And if you don't have a differentiator, you're going to get stuck in the commodity war. So you're going to have to compete with price. And competing with price, if you are in a competitive niche, it's going to cost you a lot of money to get there. So you don't want to compete with price. You know, what you want to do is to create a differentiation and then start with at least 20 reviews. Work on your reviews to get more, to get to 40. That's when I call my launch it's done, when I get to 40 reviews. So you're gonna have to promote your product, you're gonna have to click on the request review button to all your sales, assuming that your product is good quality and you're surprising your customers, they're gonna give you good stars. And you can also use rebate key, you can use influencers, but you cannot ask for good reviews. That's against terms of services. So, and you cannot make like a purchase so people can get a review. You know, you can have that clause when you're reaching out to influencers. Otherwise, you can get banned. So, but the idea is grow through the rankings. You know, keep an eye on the rankings and say, okay, I'm gonna make an irresistible offer so people can buy my product, although it has only 25, 30, 20 reviews. They're gonna prefer my products than the competitor with 1,000 reviews. But I am gaining speed of sales, and I'm seeing that I'm going up on the rank. And once you get there, when you finally get one of the first top 20, 15 positions on your sub category, then you can start playing with price, increasing $1 by $1 and checking out to see if your ranking is working, is dropping or not. Don't let your rank drop. And there is a point that you're gonna realize that you're gonna start raising your price and you're still gonna get a lot of sales, because the Amazon ranking is showing your product everywhere, and you can even charge like $5 more than your competitors, but you're still gonna make sales, lots and lots of sales, and keep your rank because Amazon algorithm just got used to you. So this is my tip for the people that are launching products and trying to understand when and how they are gonna raise their prices. So you have to do it through the rankings. And also remember, if you're investing in a franchise, I spoke about that in other videos. If you invest in a franchising, it's gonna take you like 3 to 5 years to get your money back. If you don't have, if all goes well with the economy. So if you think about an Amazon launch, you can get a product up and running in 3 months. So you only lost 3 months of investments, and then you're up and running and making money all over again. Let's say you do a terrible launch and you spend $10,000 on a launch, and then after that you make at least $1,000 per month in profits. So you spend $10,000 in 1 year, you're already up $12,000. You know, so it's comparing to the real world franchise business, for example. It's an awesome deal, and people say, "Oh, Amazon doesn't work." Well, did you launch it? Did you invest on the launch? Did you make your product sell through differentiation and scaling up through the rankings, or you just figure out what price you want and just put it there and try to brute force it? You know, another thing is like people tend to think, "Well, I'm doing based on my research, my price is this." No, the price is told by the markets. The winning product is told by the markets. So I had products that I was like, "Oh my God, this product is gonna be perfect." Nobody liked it. People liked the product that I didn't like at first, and I said, well, you know what? That variation is better, not because I think it's better, but because the markets is telling me so. According to the data, the people that are selling this variation are making more money than me. So let's jump into that variation as well. That's what the market wants. So don't get caught up with your biases, because it can confuse you. And a lot of people don't buy like you. Lots and lots of people don't buy like you. For example, the other day I was buying something for my wife to go on her bike, and I told her this one is the best cost benefits. You know, it's perfect. It has more reviews, 4.5 stars, more than 1,000 reviews. It's supposed to be more comfortable. She looked at the screen and she said, I want that red one. You know, and that's how the market behaves. Everybody thinks different. Not everybody thinks like you. So be aware of your biases when you're choosing the price and you're choosing the differentiation and you're choosing the strategy, because the way to go about that is go through the ranking. You have to keep your ranking of your product going up. That's the way to do it. And then when you are there at the top, then you can start increasing your price. So this is my tip for today. Hope you guys like it. I hope I didn't say anything stupid, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.